Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a great afternoon. So today, guys, we're going to talk about something quite interesting. We're going to talk about free Bitcoin, how to get free Bitcoin through something called a faucet, right? Much like the idea of a faucet, it is the idea to slowly drip out Bitcoin for free, typically by visiting sites that provide the free Bitcoin, right? We've released one such site today, feature, which is a Bitcoin faucet that actually gives you free Bitcoin, right? So this is a good way for people to start who don't know a lot about cryptocurrency or learning about it, maybe don't have the money to invest in it, but just want to try it out, get it down, see how it works, or just to have it like a little something you can save on the side visiting these Bitcoin faucet sites, because although they've reduced over the last decade, there are still quite a few up that you can use. They all have different rules. Some do require, and these particular ones I don't really consider so much free, but they might require you to like a post or, whatever the case may be. I don't like those. I just like the ones where you, in about 30 seconds, set up a dashboard where you can see your Bitcoin going in your wallet. It's quick, it's easy, it's simple, and the earnings comparably to others are competitive, and they are fairly good compared to the other Bitcoin faucets. And I think that's what we have here with our product at Bitcoin MYK, the faucet here, right? So let's talk a little bit about how it works and how you get involved in it and how you do it, especially if you've never done it before. Of course, if you've visited faucets before, you're just out there looking for ways to stack some more Bitcoin, then you definitely want to add this to your arsenal, right, to the list. So basic rules, right? When you come on the site, right, you're going to see basically, the Bitcoins here in the faucet. A Bitcoin right now, just one, is at $113,595, right? So holding very healthy, steadily over the $100,000 mark. Remember, you go back, last year before, Bitcoin's struggling around 50,000, 60,000, 20,000, right? And look at it now, right? So it seems that Bitcoin is always going to be the thing you don't want to bet against. It looks like everybody who bets against this thing seemingly loses, right? So the first thing you got to understand about if you want to get some Bitcoin, right, is that it uses standard, like any standard money system, monetary system, payment system, and whatnot. You have to have a wallet, right? And so there's a very particular wallet at this point. This particular faucet is requiring, is free to get, it's easy to get, takes about 30 seconds. ZBD wallets, right? And on these wallets is the Bitcoin Lightning Network, right? Which basically means one big issue that Bitcoin had initially was you would send it, and as it got more valuable, it would cost so many fees to send it to where it was getting impractical for a lot of people to send it, right? And so it just was a problem to get Bitcoin from one place to another. That is a great deal solved with the Bitcoin Lightning networks, right? Where you basically, there's a lot of technical stuff with it, but I'm just going to say that what it basically does is it breaks these fees down to fractions of pennies for the most part, where you can send your Bitcoin, across networks and pay very little in fees, right? Which is what you want. And so you want to go get a ZBD wallet. You get it in the Google Play Store. You might can get it in the Apple Store as well. I'll have to check that out. But ZBD wallet will take you over there to the Google Play Store in a second. But when you download that, you get that address. You want to input it in this first box here that says ZBD wallet address. Register with link below to get your free Satoshis. Provide no personal details. And the email is only required so you can log into your your dashboard to see your balance of Satoshi. So it doesn't even have to be a standard email address you use or a regular one. It's up to you. We don't use any of your personal emails, data, or information or anything like that, right? So that's entirely up to you as long as you can receive login credentials to get into your password. Okay, the other thing is the Faucet. After you hit 250 sats, you can withdraw these sats and basically transfer them to your wallets, right? Now, 250 sats, we're not talking about a lot of money here. We're talking about maybe around 20 cents or so. And that's quite achievable with, if you're sending anything less than 20 cents, you probably don't, if you don't have 20 cents to send, you probably don't want to send it anyway. Right, but this is, not difficult to get. It's fairly easy to get in a passive setting. Basically when you do that, I'm going to just put some gibberish in because I'm not trying to make any money with this. It's not going to be the wallet address, of course. This is all fake, but I'm just demonstrating how you do this. So that would be your wallet address. It's going to be like a user ID. It's going to be longer than this, and it's going to have something like ZBD on the end, something like that generally. All right, once you do that, you hit Start Faucet, right? You're going to hit Start Faucet so you can start getting your sats, and then after that, you're going to hit Submit. You can see the submitting working. It says, congratulations, you've already received 1 Satoshi, right? And so to be able to view your dashboard and where your Satoshis are, you're going to hit sign up free Satoshis. Click here, register today. Right? So you definitely want to do that. And here's the thing, that there's a very, very simple registration. It takes less than 30 seconds. You're going to provide, it says here, you only have to put input where you see these asterisks. So if you see like stuff like phone number, you don't even, if it's the asterisk not there, you don't even have to put anything there, right? But first name, again, we're not collecting any data information on you. This is just a standard input form to set up an account. You can put, aliases, whatever you want to put there, username, email address. You can put a dummy email address, whatever you want to put there, password. I just don't want people to think that it is required for them to, have to put in personal details. That's not the case. Once you hit register, and I've already done it, so it's not going to be, it's not going to be necessary to do it. It's going to take you to, and I'll show you here. Let's see here. In fact, okay, post transfer. Let's take us there, right? There's going to see something like a social media page, right? And then I'm just going to click on here. And what it's going to show you here is going to show you your Satoshi balance, right? So it'll be in the right-hand corner, and it'll let you know, how many Satoshis you've earned, right? And right now there's no limit on it. You just keep coming back and collecting Satoshis, right? You do have to go in and go out the room, right? Go in and go off the page, and you can come back in and you can keep collecting Satoshis, right? These Bitcoin. And that typically will happen until the faucet runs dry, right? Which means there is the possibility that these faucets can run out of the free Bitcoin, right? There are only so many Bitcoin. There are only going to be so many in these faucets, right? So once that happens, then of course, you'll have options like some people are combining faucets together. They're going from faucet to faucet to faucet, and some people are reporting to make half decent money doing that because it could be hundreds, thousands of faucets like this, right? And let's just say you make, even if you make, few Bitcoin a day, Satoshis a day, and whatnot, they add up. Also, the price of Bitcoin can go up tremendously high. So, this isn't going to be anything that's gonna, have you quit jobs or, do anything crazy like that, or get rich, or be living, $1 million lives like these crypto bros. But it probably will be just a good starting point for a person who doesn't have any Bitcoin at all, just to be able to move it, get familiar with it, get wallets, down and stuff like that. So it probably will work good in that favor. So in that regard, we definitely would invite you to give it a try, get some free Bitcoin and move it around. Let's go to the wallets, what you have to do to get your wallet, because that's going to be important. That's probably going to be something that, especially people who've never done this before, never used Bitcoin before, going to probably be something that, might, potentially be an issue for them. All right, here on ZBD wallets and Bitcoin rewards. So on here, you're going to also be able to, basically, it's a standard wallet, right? As you can kind of see here. But it's also games, right? So that's what's cool about it. So that kind of goes back to the idea, like, you can be getting this free Bitcoin from Faucet, you can be getting it from games and such. You can be getting it from offers and so on, right? Here it says you can play the games, you can earn crypto, cash out the gift cards, cash out Coinbase. But if you don't want to do any of those things, if you just want to hit the faucet and get the free money, the wallet's gonna work like a standard wallet here, as you can see, right? This person, for the example, has 50,000 satoshis, which is roughly about $11. And they can send them to various places, right? And this kind of demonstrates what a ZBD wallet address will look like, right? It'll have this user ID, and then at the end it'll have like @zbd.gg, right? And so, this way you can make Bitcoin Lightning networks, Lightning payments, and not pay very excessive fees, which you'll find in cryptocurrency, something that you certainly want to do, right? So there you go, guys. A way to get free Bitcoin in your wallet today. If you've been that person who you've been interested in Bitcoin, like, I'd like to, have a little bit of Bitcoin. Let's see how it works, see how it goes. Or you might just be a person who likes to play games, or you like to, be online. Maybe you're online all day. If you're online all day and you're not doing a whole bunch or nothing, at least get you some free Bitcoin. You never know. It might be of tremendous value to you one day. So those are just some things to look into. Make sure you visit our site, our Faucet, BitcoinMYK.com today. We'll make sure we leave a link in the description. That's all I want to say in this particular video, guys. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other.